Hello team, how's it going? Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday evening, or evening for me at least. Um, I'm Corey, and today we're going to be doing something pretty new, at least for me. Usually I've been doing some Battlesnake streams, and I am loving those, but we're going to try something new today. This weekend I picked up Hack the Box a little bit, like a pen testing, kind of gamified thing. And I don't know much about pen testing at all, so I thought it would be fun to give it a shot. I went through a few of the starting point things this weekend, and I think we're gonna start with some of the... There's a track here called the beginner track, and I think we're gonna go through that. So I have everything pretty much set up. I'm using their virtual machine in the cloud environment. I don't remember what they call it, but so I have my VM here in this tab that I'm gonna use as my host for everything. Comes pre-installed with all kinds of good pen testing tools and stuff. So I don't know what most of these are, but I know a few of the names, and so we're gonna get started and see how it goes. Let me know what you think of this stream. I haven't done this before, so it'll be new. I don't know why it thinks I'm not connected, but we'll see. Oops, I didn't want to do... I want to start with this first one. Okay. It's easy, and let's give it a go. Let's see if I can increase the font size of this a little bit. Look and feel. Appearance maybe? Fonts. Not really what I'm looking for. So just like... Okay, well, so the terminal eats my zoom, so what if I just zoom in Firefox? I can't tell if it just resized on me after that. Nope, that'll work. Gotta do it by hand without keyboard shortcuts, but that'll work. Pico CTF is another one of these that's kind of fun. Oh, cool. Hey, Jonathan Arms and Greg Lever. Yeah, I'll check out Pico CTF at some point, maybe. I haven't really done any of them. I think there's like a CTF that I like looked at one time, but I don't think I ever actually definitely didn't complete it or make it very far. So I'm pretty new to all of this, but good to have you guys along, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, doing non-Battlesnake stuff today. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be an adventure. So I'm gonna start out what I was doing last time that I liked. Oh man, that's gonna be annoying though. Okay. I forget that to go through the keyboard, I have to use their little special thing. And then why is it not pasting now? Uh-oh. Yep, I put that there. Do I have to like... Okay, well, we'll see if I have to do too much copy pasting. Okay, so I got my target IP on my... or in an environment variable. Oh yeah, go to bed, Jonathan. No reason to hang around. But thanks for stopping by before you did. I think I will definitely have some fun. I also like kind of wrote a few notes to myself. There's really not much here. I just said use nmap. So we're gonna do that. Let's just start off with the boring one, and we'll go from there. Okay, follow the directions and add the thingy that doesn't check if the host is alive. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I guess I probably also should have done with this, because that should, oh, and I guess I also kind of wanted the operating system one. But I basically already know it's a Windows box mostly because it's running a Microsoft thing. NetBIOS SSN, that was definitely in one of the beginner ones. Oh, yeah, no, I should explain what the goal is. That's a great point, Greg. So I did just a few of this weekend, so I knew what to do, kind of. But there aren't too many um like instructions on here. But basically they give you an IP of a box in the cloud, and in basically like you want to like look on the file system for the most part is where I found them. There's basically a random string flag that you want to find. And it gives you some tags to like kind of give you some hints. So this one is tagged with like Samba, and remote code execution. So I'm assuming we're going to try to get an RCE bug using the Samba Windows login protocol-y thingamabobs. And then once we get in, there's probably going to be like a flag.txt file on the file system. And we're trying to get that string so I can put it in here, and then move on to the next machine. And then Jonathan's, do you just always turn on the stream when you do stuff in your free time? No, I'm getting a little bit closer, and that's like kind of my goal. Not like my goal, but you know, I'm getting more comfortable streaming. And so when I'm doing something that seems fun, I am trying to stream and see if people want to come chat. No big deal if people don't, but I've been getting more comfortable on stream, and it's been fun doing it, so thought I would try something different out. Okay, so let's see what is going on here. We have OpenSSH installed, a Samba, there's a work group called work group. Okay, do I actually, oh, and actually, this is not running Windows, which is interesting. I guess it doesn't have to run Windows, but I think if I do, did I leave a note for myself of which one that was? No, I think though, if I do, is that, the one where it's gonna do OS detection for me? Oh, it requires, yeah, it is, but I need to sudo it. So let's see. I am realizing that I don't really remember exactly what we even did this weekend when we had another Samba host. Okay, so it thinks that it might be, oh, kind of interesting. All of these are kind of like not computer, like a desktop, like OpenWRT is a router, I believe. Belkin wireless access point's a router. So it's definitely thinking that this is kind of an embedded device. Not really sure that changes anything for me. I don't know enough for that to be exciting, but that's interesting if nothing else. Okay, let's see. Okay, so 445 is open for Samba. That makes sense, I think. Okay, so what I might do though is slightly, yeah, so actually I don't know what this will do, but it could be fun. So I have a virtual machine in the cloud that is provided by Hack the Box. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I kind of want to try it out. I don't, if anyone is curious, I think you can click this link in Twitch chat, and I think that'll be a read-only view into the VM that I'm using as like my jump point. So like this is where I'm going to be doing anything. There's a few reasons for that. The biggest one though is Hack the Box is all in like a virtual network. So the IP that I'm trying to hack, whatever this TIP, oops, can't type. This 10.129.217.20, I couldn't hit from like my local machine. Yeah, that's a really good point. Definitely don't click links that I just shove into Twitch chat. But hey, I don't know what the links I'm sending you out were either, so you know, stay safe out there. But yeah, so I could have done like a VPN thing to connect from my local machine, but I think it's also best practice to not connect with your actual like desktop and do most things in a VM. But I don't really know, but that's what we're doing. So I'm in a VM. This is my like internal IP of the VM, and we're trying to get into this box. I appreciate the honesty, Greg, but I would have been completely fine if you wanted to leave it at that you didn't want to click a random link in a hacking stream. I think that would be pretty fair. Okay, so I did some of these starting points. They're like they like walk you through it a little bit, and one thing that's cool is they have like full walkthroughs of it. And I think there was one that was, so that's SQL again. I'm just trying to find the one that PHP, there we go. I just wanted to look at the PDF walkthrough that they have of this last one. So this was another Samba one, and I think this one we just like we're trying to guess a bad password. But I wanted to remember some of the tools. Okay, so this one actually had a website that we went to. So this one might actually not have been what I was looking for. Okay, so this one didn't do exactly what I was looking for. And actually, but what ports were open on this? And I don't think there was an HTTP port, because if there was, I probably would have just tried to connect to that. But I guess I probably should have just tried to connect to FTP and just see what happens. And then I think I want to do anonymous, because anonymous FTP servers just work sometimes. Oh, login successful. Look at that. Here comes the directory listing. Directory listing sent. Okay. Was it though? Because I didn't get anything. Make dir. Yeah, I can list. Yeah, I just did a list and I got nothing. Considering pass v, here comes the directory listing. Directory send. Okay. Okay, so is there just like... Oh, can't change from guest user. Okay, so I'm probably just on a guest user, so I probably just don't have much access, which I guess makes sense. I don't really know how to do anything in FTP CLI. Okay, so I know that FTP's open, but it doesn't look like there was any anonymous access. I guess I should just try SSHing in, though, and see what happens, right? It's probably not going to work, but wouldn't that be cool? Sure. And I guess let's do, like, root at. Okay, that doesn't seem like it's getting anywhere. And that wasn't really the Samba thing that I was thinking of. Maybe it was in the first section. Yeah, let's go to the first one then, maybe. So yeah, so this might be a different stream. We'll try it out and see how it feels. And maybe we'll do some more, or maybe we won't. I guess part of it might be if I actually get anywhere. It'll be more exciting if I do, I feel like. Okay, that was enumeration FTP. Just load up the tabs, or tags. That was a Redis one. We don't have Redis open. Okay, well, let's see. I think there's what's SM, the Samba client, SMDB, yeah. SMDB client? No. DB, was it BD? I was thinking I did database when I shouldn't have, yeah. Yep, there we go. That's still not what it is, though. I thought that's what this thing was called. Is it just SMBD? Because that would also make sense. There we go. Okay. If we just point this at the IP, what happens? Oh, okay. Sudo Okay. This is part of the Samba suite, is a server daemon that provides files. Oh, so this is the daemon. So I don't really want this, because this is the server side. But oh, is this the one? Server. Oh, this is server services to clients. Client supported. Yeah. Okay. SMB client, maybe.
Just snatch them all up.
Nope. Okay. Let's actually. There was definitely one of these that taught me how to use the. Oh yeah, SMB tool. Perfect. So it is this one. Let's just look at this walkthrough. It's the one called dancing. Okay. Dancing. Okay, so this is the SMB. It's open on port 445. That's what we saw. It also has the net BIOS. Yeah, so this looks pretty similar to that. And I just really wanted to remember the tools. We've already done our port scan. SMB client. Okay. Awesome. And then we use the... There's a flag. Oh, well, let's just try listing. What does that tell me? Yeah, okay. What if I just try to connect to our client IP? Not enough characters in service. Okay, so let's go back to the notes. Oh, so it's -L target IP. Okay, oops, and I don't want to stay in my real terminal. Okay, so I want to list target IP. I was close. Connection disconnected. That one's interesting. I can still ping the box. Connection protocol negotiation failed. Okay. Interesting. Definitely didn't run into that last time. Protocol negotiation failed. SMB client protocol negotiation failed. Yeah. What does anyone say? Go to file and add the following. Okay, we can edit this file. Etc. Samba user. Let's sudo in case, etc. Etc. Samba SMB comp. smb.conf. Oh yeah, I didn't want that. Sudo vim. Okay. And then what did they tell me to change? They wanted to change minimum protocol, client minimum protocol. Oops. Protocol minimum. Interesting. I don't see a minimum protocol in this file. NT1. Are there other NTs? I just Googled it. Oh yeah, sorry, I wasn't looking at chat, Greg. But yeah, you definitely found it. And I guess I should have also just Googled it instead of trying to find this guide. But you know, live and learn. But I'm not making it very far. But that's okay. So like, what does this file look like? Does it even have a... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But I didn't see the... Ah, there we go. I want something like this. Client min protocol, and then I can select a very old one because I don't really care about security from... Okay, and I'll put this in the global group maybe. Global min protocol. Okay, yep, that sounds reasonable. Min. So let's tab this in, min, and then I think it's just protocol. Equals, it was NT1, just the letters NT1. Perfect, okay, we can give that a shot. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay. Negotiation failed. Can I give SMB client a protocol in the CLI? Let's just look at the man pages for that. I feel like this is going to be a lot of what Hack in the Box is just like, you know, very slowly reading through config and man pages looking for the thing I need to find. But that's okay. Options. So I'm not seeing, I saw something about the max version maybe, but I didn't see anything about the min. Yeah, so here's max protocol. This allows to support the highest level that it will connect. By default, this is set to the highest available. To connect using these, use the strings that and that. Note that to connect to a server with encryption transport, selecting a max protocol of 3 is required. Okay, so I guess we should just try the maxes and just see what happens. What was that? It's -m, and then so we can try max n of nt1. Ooh, okay, so something is set the minimum protocol to SMB202. I wonder what's setting that, because that shouldn't be this file. I guess I didn't actually look at that string. SMB2. Yeah, so it's not being set by this file, which is fine. Okay, negotiation failed. NT status connection disconnected. Okay, I kind of want to go back to the beginning. I definitely think we're going to want something with the SM. I think we're going to want something with this client, but I just want to run my nmap again. Because here, what did we do? Because I'm just going to remember what I did before. So I was able to connect before with just, or at least list with just that. And then like I wasn't able to get in because I didn't have creds necessarily, but I was at least able to see the work groups, like shares that existed. And that's kind of what I was hoping to be able to do here. But so far I haven't been able to. And I don't know if that's because I'm going in the wrong direction or if I just haven't, if I actually do need to get past this thing that I am running into. There's also a chance that I want to hit this NetBIOS Samba instance, not the one that's running on the 445. That's kind of interesting. Okay, I think that's the same error, and if I like do this to a different port, yeah, it just doesn't work. Okay, so the other port works at least though, right? We still get the same error. Oh yeah, there are some of these that I need to look at more. There's some really good online guides, but let's just take this. So in global, I can set the client minimum protocol and max protocol to some good values. I like that. I actually don't even know if I need sudo to edit this file, but we're already doing it. Oops, can't paste directly. There's a chance I'm actually not going to be able to paste well anyways. Nope, that worked. Okay. Aha! Okay. So I just needed to mess with my config on my VM to support the lowest version, I think is what mattered. Ooh, and look at this. There's a comment of oh no's on this temp share name. That looks like something I want to investigate. So I think it's something like this, and then I tell it where I want to go. There was something about the dollar signs being special though as well that I don't remember. But we'll figure it out. And I think I did my slashes all backwards. Yep, did my slashes all backwards. It's goes this direction, then the IP, and then I think the name of the thing I'm trying to get into. Anonymous login succeeded. And now I'm in a Windowsy thing, so I want dir. Ooh, okay. That looks interesting. What's VMware root? Is this a... I don't know what kind of files any of these are, but like... nope, it's not. I don't ever remember my commands here. I have ls, I have open. I have an info command, right? Info? No. Don't have an info. Okay. I guess I can try open is my best bet. I opened the file. Okay, that probably wasn't what I wanted. Because it like just didn't do it. Can I just put the file? I don't know what put file. Oh, can I? Oh. Do I just actually like want to download this to my VM? Got it. Okay. So let's look in another terminal now. I have this file downloaded. So let's do this. Let's side by side these. Now what's in this file? Cool. So this is a log file for, I don't know what this VG auth is, but we have a log file. That's the whole file. Cool though. Not sure, but it's interesting. I want to look at this VMware root file though. Oh, that's a directory. Got it. Okay. Cool. What's in here? Nothing? Or... Okay, that's fine. Okay, so maybe this temp wasn't helpful. Oh, well, I didn't want to go all the way. Oh, I forgot that this was connecting to temp. Okay, so let's list again though. So yeah, I don't know about temp, but let's try getting into IPC or admin. Admin feels like the one that would be cooler because anonymous login successful, NT status access denied. Okay. What about IPC? Okay, so I can get into here. Ooh, but I can't do a directory listing. Okay. So what can I do? Okay, can't also do an mget for star, just download everything. That would have been kind of cool though. Okay. So I have print drivers. So these are services. Yeah, so I feel like I do want to get into one of these disks. What's in opt? Ooh, okay, so I can't get into opt either, but I can get into temp. And temp is where I can do these things. Could ls that VM root directory. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. And thanks for coming along. New guests are always fun. I do appreciate, like, you know, that tip was definitely welcome. But I am gonna try to, I don't actually remember which one I was in that I didn't have. It's the the IPC. Try to do this a little bit on my own, but since I'm very not sure of anything, tips like that are definitely appreciated. But I'm not actually sure if either I understood you or that got me anywhere, but I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to keep fumbling around in a different place. This is the place where I can actually get in. I can get into this temp drive share. And I haven't looked at all of these things yet. So let's just see what's here. There's X11 running. There's a lock file. Oh, well, what are DRDH directory? I don't know what these are, but I think they're all directories. It doesn't want to let... Oh, .xo. Dash lock. Cool. The LS just lists. Oh yeah, so I've been trying to LS. The problem I was getting was when I LS'd with the Samba client in most of these, I'm getting access denied errors. But when I get into temp, that one I can LS fine. And so I'm kind of exploring what's here. And currently I wanted to see if I could figure out what's in this .xo file. It's probably not exciting, but I wanted to check it out anyways. Oh, capitalization's gonna matter here. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so yeah, that's just a lock. That's probably the PID of whatever's locking something. I don't think that's that exciting to me. Oh, CD is also probably... Is CD the command here as well? Or is it like move? No, I think CD... It didn't error for me. Yeah, CD, it works here. Cool. Cool. Okay. But I could like CD into the VMware root and like CDing works. Okay, and ooh, but I can't. Okay, so that's interesting. I can't ls the VMware root. Well, that at least kind of interesting. So I can, oh, LSing that doesn't ls into it because that's just not how things work. Got it. Okay. Okay, so I still can't get into that. And then actually another kind of hint is that this machine that I'm working on is labeled. It has some labels and it has, oh, well, it has a CVE, but we're going to avoid looking up the CVE at least for the moment because, that I think will at least like kind of just tell me. Eventually though we can. But it says remote code execution, which is pretty interesting. So I wonder how I'm going to get a remote code execution from here. And maybe in a minute we'll take a look at the CVE because, you know, I am pretty new to this. So getting a hint by looking at the CVE seems like a pretty sane answer. There's also... Oh, is there another work group? Oh, do I want to connect to the work group that's not all caps? That would be cool. I just need to remember what capital W for work group. Okay, that didn't do anything different. I'm also not sure if this is the heading and then this is the name of it. That might be the case. And then there's nothing under server. I could buy that. I'm not positive, but that's possible. I still this comment of oh no's is still curious to me. Like, why is that so? That feels special. But I also haven't tried to get into the print one because it told me it was print drivers and that felt not exciting. But that's not a good reason to not check. I think also I want to look at the man pages here. I think there's a way for me to tell it my username. Didn't I just do a man page print? I guess not. Oh, I did. It was the help page. I forgot it prints out a good thing here. Okay, but I think it also lets me do a username looking -u. Yeah, okay. So like what if I try to get into the admin one, because the admin one feels like the one to get into if I can do it as the user administrator. Still no password. Okay. So that didn't work. Yeah, I feel ya on feeling rusty on the subject, except in my case, it's not really rusty. It's just that I don't really know it. But I'll learn if I continue at it. But I think it's time to look at the CVE that they mentioned because I'm not really getting anywhere. And that doesn't feel, you know, we're just doing the basics and I'm here just to learn. So it feels okay. Okay, let's see if I can even understand this. Okay, so functionality in... Oh, okay, so I guess that's one of the things I should have been, like, kind of thinking for and looking out for. So if I do... I'm gonna go back to my nmap. With the version detection, I guess I should have looked and saw what the version was and seen if it was vulnerable to anything. Yeah, you are right, Greg. I don't think I explored all of the folders in temp. I guess we should probably do that. I'm getting sidetracked. But for some reason, that didn't feel like it was gonna be fruitful, but that was probably not really true. Okay, so this says 3 to 4, so it doesn't really know. It's not specific enough to tell me specifically that it's vulnerable there. But I bet there's also another way, like, I bet through one of these client things, because I can connect, right? So I bet if okay, let's go back to temp and we'll try to do two things at once. One, let's see if there is any help command that will tell me information maybe about like the client or like, you know, the version of something that's running. That could be interesting. But let's also like see what other directories we have here. Because I think this is a directory. But I think it's an empty directory. I think ls and dir do the same thing. Can I like add, oops. Can I like add arguments like I could? No. I don't know my SMB thing well, but there's not much here. I think that's an empty directory, but that's fine. The VMware root I can't get into. X11. Okay, so X11 has something I can get into. And I know like kind of what X11 is, as in like X11 windowy stuff, Linux GUIs, something something. But not sure. That lock file I already downloaded. There wasn't anything super interesting in there, but I haven't gotten this file yet. Oh, so it won't let me open that file either. It's very interesting what files I have access to and which ones I don't with my, like, anonymous permissions here. Very interesting. Okay, I'm a little bit more confident that I've explored the directories that I have access to right here in my temp one. I'm gonna read the CVE. I know it's slightly cheating, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And it allows remote attackers to execute arbitrary commands via shell meta characters involving the change password function. When the username map script SMB conf option is enabled and allows remote authenticated users to execute commands via shell meta characters involving other functions in the remote printer and file share management. Okay, I think I kind of understood that. So somehow I can add shell meta characters to using the change password function when the username map script. So I think I need to set the username map script in my comp file. I'm hoping this is my local comp file because I already looked at this one earlier today. So if it is, that would be nice. All kinds of links here. And I doubt any of them are just gonna give me a like reproduction, like a little reproducing case. But maybe the internet will. So the remote, yeah, I did know it was a remote command injection, but is anyone gonna like just tell me about it? Yeah, that would be a little too easy. In combination, which is not enabled by default. It's passing unfiltered user input via this call to this, which invokes external scripts defined here. However, unlike the user name map script vulnerability, file and printer management scripts require an authenticated user session. Okay, so I don't have an authenticated user session, which makes me think I probably am doing the change password way. And so actually we had this open, but there was another pen testing notes. Where did I Guess I could look in my history potentially. But there was a really good site that I think I probably found linked from one of these that had all kinds of good tricks, but I'm not remembering that tool, and it's not linked here. But that's okay. Letting us know. Interacting. Yeah, okay. So this is kind of what we did. I got some access denied, but we found the temp. But I'm not getting anywhere from the temp. Can you write new files into temp? Ooh. Ooh. Great question. Can I write a file into temp? So the first question is going to be, do I know how to write a file? Let alone do I have permissions to write a file? Okay, so let's go over to this terminal. Echo test to test.txt. And let's make it let's add some numbers. There we go. Okay, so now I have a file that I should be able to cat, and this is on my local box. It's here, and I just do a put of test.txt. Oh, well, one, I'm not even in my client anymore. So definitely not. Aha! Well, yeah, no, I can put files. I can add files to temp. Okay, that's definitely interesting. I don't think I know how to run files from here. But that's definitely a step. I just saw Who Am I up here, and it looked interesting. POSIX Who Am I? So I tried it. It didn't work. It's interesting that they have these like POSIX commands, but then like they don't work. NT status invalid level. Oh, that's just a permissioning error, I bet. Invalid level feels like a permission error. I should check that. NT status. What was it? It was invalid level. Level indicate. Well, that's not exactly what it was. Huh. Well, okay. I thought it was gonna easily come up. Okay, I can write files. But I don't know how to run my files. Notify, lowercase history, delete tree. Wait, was there a tree? Oh no, delete tree. It'd be really cool if there was just a tree command that printed out the directories like recursively. What is, like, I don't even know what a lot of these are, and this is why they always tell you in pen testing things that it's lots of docs reading. Okay, nothing is cool. That's our directory. Kind of already knew that. Help is where I already am. I can get things. I already know that. Can write files. Okay. Back to the CVE a little bit. Medicare. Okay, so what is this? What is this? Let's look up this thing. Oh, cool. I found the RCE thing again. But like... Cool. Again, no information. Okay, so... Was originally reported... It was determined that the problem was much broader. The root cause is passing unfiltered user input provided via the MSRPC calls to bin S. However, unlike the vulnerability, the username map script vulnerability, the remote file and print manager scripts required an authenticated user session. So do I kind of already have a slightly authenticated user session? So I can just like fire thing passing unfiltered user input? Like how? Samba 3. Yeah, like, would anyone just wanna show me how to do that? Like, I know that's like not always the best practice, is just giving me a easy step-by-step, do this, do this, do this. But would kind of be really cool if someone were to do that for me. Oh, I could just open Metasploits and see what Metasploits uh has. Yeah, let's try that. I forget about that sometimes. Okay, so we have in our most used, there is this GUI for Metasploit. And yeah, just go. Has all kinds of fancy exploit type packages. And for a known RCE and a very popular thing, it seems very likely that there is just something I can use. And there's like probably a more usable CLI that I could use here. But I want to use the GUI because I don't know it that well yet. Okay, so there are all kinds of Samba things here. Yeah, user map script. That's the one that we think it is from the CVE. So this is one of those things that's like a little bit if we're gonna call reading the CVEs cheating, this also feels a little bit like cheating. Only because this just does it all for me. But I guess, you know, if I made it in, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so the attack hosts, perfect. Oh, and I forgot. That's how this thing works. I can go in here and I just go to hosts, I add a host, and then I need the IP of my target, which I guess I had in a different way as well, but now I have it here. Okay. Except it's not gonna, it's fine, that's fine. I'll do all the steps. There we go. Oh, except now it's gonna like, oh, fun. Add host. Oh, it did paste that time. Cool. Okay, so we added our host. There we go. Oh, I thought it would just put the IP in here for me, but that's fine. 10.129.217.20. 139. Yeah, that's the port. At least one of the ports we were connecting on, right? I think I stopped connecting on that port, but I think I was connecting on that port. Yeah. Let's just let it go, I think. Add host. Yeah, we can close that. Launch. Reverse TCP. Double handle. Oh, do I need to, I think there's a thing where I need to like, there's a thing that I can do. Well, first of all, let's just do this. That sounds fun. Post scan. Cool. Well, we can just let that scan run. I don't think that's really what I was looking for, but it was pretty cool. I believe that there was, yeah, listeners. Reverse wait for. Yeah. Yep, it's a shell one. 4311 sounds like a great port. So now I think I want to go back to this, and I think what I want to tell this is what port do I want to connect back to on. It's this one. This one actually also might need to be my IP from the box I'm on. Let's try that. 10.10. 10.10, because I think what's happening here is this is where it's going to call back to open my reverse shell at. The L host is the address for connect backs. So I want to connect back to me at this port that I opened a remote shell listener thingy on, connect to this box, go. No payload configured, defaulting to reverse netcat. That sounds great. The descriptor there said it would pass characters from the username, so maybe just setting username flag. Yeah, I went a little deep, and as soon as this doesn't work, Greg, I will go back to more, you know, simple things that I actually understand more. Because I don't even know what I'm doing in this UI, and it doesn't seem like it's doing anything. It's definitely not just because I don't know what I'm doing. There's no way. It definitely is because I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's give up on the fancy tools for now. I think you're also right, Greg. This is an easy challenge, and by easy I mean it's listed as easy on their thing. It's probably not super duper difficult. The description there said it would pass characters from the username, so maybe it's just setting the username flag. Oh, I see what you're saying. I like that, right? So like the theory that you're saying there is if I just did like and tried to log in, well, oh, but I would need to like make sure that was a string that wasn't being interpolated by my bash, right? Yeah. So I was assuming that if I was gonna pass something, I wanted to pass something that, you know, looked like something that I could escape in bash. Because it said something about shells, so like that seemed sane to me. This though definitely didn't get. This doesn't look like it got escape, or it did the correct thing and just printed it back out to me. It didn't run who am I or anything. And I think actually I guess I don't know if that's just a bash syntax or a anyone else syntax, but I think just environment variables would be an anyone syntax, and that doesn't seem to be working either. Yeah, because if I do it that way, that's going to interpolate in my shell, and that's not what I want. Actually, I want to try something though. So that's interesting. Why can I not log in with that? Can I like just log in as anything? So why can I log in as the user that my VM is set up with anonymously? The HTB Coreyja, but I can't log in with like just an arbitrary one. I don't know if that's actually interesting, but it's pretty interesting. I guess like not setting a username could be different than setting a bad username. Like I could believe that. The other thing that this description was mentioning is it's about, well, one of them was mentioning how it was pre-login, which I thought was pretty interesting. A remote authenticated attacker can exploit this via the use of shell meta characters during login negotiations. Okay, so I think this is something that I need to enable. I can enable this in my local config, like I was in there earlier, and by local I obviously mean in my VM. That's what it is. Okay, so there's this file here, and I was looking for, oops. Too many tabs. Username map script option. I don't think that's going to be in here, but you never know. And I don't know where this goes. Like, is this a global option? There were some things down there, though, a second ago just about username, so I guess I could just... Oh, but here's some things about scripts. Following only take effects if domain logins is set. It specifies the script to run during login. Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's not exactly the thing that it's referencing here, but that's pretty relevant. Here's some print stuff. Yeah, right? This does seem like it's a server config, not a client config. I 100% agree with that. I guess I could probably verify this. Is this like a server config? Is this a client config? Like, what is this? I agree, though, it feels like a server config. Um, the script is a mutually exclusive alternative to the parameter. That doesn't really help me at all. But you're totally right, Greg. It feels like this has to be a server error. Yeah, I could figure out how to use Metasploit, but that's less fun. And by less fun, I just mean I feel like I would learn less, so I'm trying to not do it that way. Ooh, here's some... Oh, no, this is the... Is this just the code of the Metasploit? Can I just read the Python code to understand what to do? Because that would be pretty cool. That actually, like, was pretty easy. You just set the user name as... Oh, okay. Greg, maybe you were right. It might just be that we just set the username to something fun. Like... They're doing it very differently, but, no, not quite right. But, like, that's essentially what this Python code's doing. They're calling session setup, negotiate, and then they just freaking... Like, okay, so I guess I should do slash equals, because maybe that's relevant. Well, that was actually interesting because it didn't give me the work group anymore. It gave me equals instead. Yeah, that definitely does sound like a script. You're totally right. It does sound like a script that the server is trying to use to translate the usernames. I think that's totally right. And I can exploit that. Well, I don't know exactly how, but in theory, I can exploit that by giving it a username that gets interpolated by the sh script. So we actually we're not even really going to call this script that we're talking about. That's just like how it all fits together. So this was the list that gave me like the start. So what if I do a username from here? Again, I think I need to escape these because if I don't, this is just gonna run who am I in my bash, right? Yeah, it ran who am I in my bash, and now I got my username, so it worked. Oh, but that actually is interesting. Okay, so that confirms the thing I was talking about before, where if I leave off the username, it asks for my password and then still gives me anonymous access. But if I specify my username explicitly, it doesn't give me anonymous access. Okay, so that makes sense. So I think I just need to figure, like, I think we're getting close. I just need to send my username. They do it with whatever this is. This is just obviously part of their code, but I was hoping it would give me... well, I don't want to look at the walkthrough for the hack the box because, like, that's exactly the thing. Okay, well... Now all I'm finding is literally hack the box lame things. Oh, is that the name of this one? Is it called lame? Only because if it's called lame, that explains the name of this comment. Cool. Okay. So that makes sense. We know that now. But it doesn't really help me figure out how to exploit this RPC vulnerability. Like, I know kind of that I can like I think I know how to like open a reverse shell, or I could figure out the exact commands to run to do that. I would run netcat on my VM and have something hit it from sh. That's totally reasonable. But I don't know how to... where I need to set my username as something exciting. Cool, this is just this. And it doesn't seem to just work when I do it here. They don't get evaluated. It doesn't get evaluated. And I don't think when I'm logged into temp, there's much, like none of the things I seem to be able to do from here are user related, right? Let's just look through all of these again. Like if I could try to change users in here, that could be interesting because I'm like farther along. Okay, don't know what that does. Okay, still don't know what that does. The user ID things are interesting. Oh. Okay. So that might be my user ID. I'm guessing that's what UID is. And my whatever it might. Oh, log on. Oh, I can log on. Oh, okay. 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 I don't know. That's not enough really to tell me whether that did anything. Do you think I can just like echo something from here? Session failed, login failure. Yeah, sure. I just don't even know if you're doing anything. Oh, it thought the space was me giving it a password. It was not. Okay, that still doesn't look like it's our vuln. I just saw another thing that said list in it. Just list connections. Okay. Translate, log on. I liked log on. That felt. What about show ACLs? That's another show one. I don't think ACLs are like some permission-y thing. Nope, that wasn't helpful. Log on feels good though. Like I just want to log into a user and was hoping that was gonna just be all I needed. And I definitely saw backticks in the payload that we were looking at on Metasploit. So I think backticks are a reasonable thing at the end of the day here. But I'm not. Yeah, I've already tried this, so like this isn't gonna work. It also isn't even printing. It doesn't even echo it back to me, so I can't even really tell whether it's working. Oh, gotta try it, right? Oh, they have had ones that worked like this, and we're in Windows-ish land. Administrator. Okay, had to give it a shot though. You were right. I hadn't tried it yet, so it wasn't a bad shot. Okay, like we're getting close. I would like to feel like we can do this. SM client. Like I think I don't really want to watch a video right now. GitHub. GitHub's always a good place. Okay, yeah. So they have a script. I wonder if this is basically okay. So again, I'm like a little bit cheating again. Oh man, it's just gonna use the SMB connection in Python. Okay, I was really trying to do this using my client or my bash-ish client because it felt like I wasn't gonna need to just use a totally different tool for this. But that could not be right. That's fair. If this is working, Echo's not gonna help me. I should write a file. Like, so that's what I should be doing. Yeah, I'm also not sure if the /equals escaping was relevant, but I guess we should play around with it more, right? It's not, there's no reason to, so like if I echo something to a, we did it.txt file, with like no password, and then if I, wait, why can't I list this directory now? Couldn't I list this directory at one point? User session deleted. My user session was deleted. Well, that was interesting. I'm not sure how I got my user session deleted. Oh, it's not log on, it's not log in, it's log on, of course. Okay, so now we're back to login failure. Oh, and so when I have a login failure, I like stop being able to LS. That's like moderately interesting. But let's do some more experimenting with the format here, like you're saying, Greg. So this one I had been leaving this off for a bit for sure. I wasn't doing this escaping, and I didn't have a good reason not to. I just wasn't doing it. I just don't want to I just don't want to type as much anymore. Okay. And now I can't LS, but like that's fine. I can just open it and do it again. So I do have an s.txt file here, but I think what actually happened is oh wait, no, because I did that. Oh, maybe that was it actually, because I did that from SMB where I don't even know. Well, let's find out. Can I like, does this even work? Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh, okay. We might have done it. Woohoo. Okay. Okay. And not done it, but like that might be, we might be getting somewhere. Well, we did it, Greg. This was a team effort for sure. I do not get all of the credit here. But if we do this and then like I try to like can I just like ls the whole root directory to a file? Let's use the same file just cuz. And then exit out of it, open it up again. Get my file. Cat my file. Empty file. Okay, but like that's I'm fine with empty file. It just means I did something like slightly wrong, but not crazy wrong. So I guess what I really like there's two kind of options here. One, I could try to like open a reverse shell and connect to it from my VM with like a netcat or something. If I could do that, then I would have an interactive shell, and that's probably going to be easier from a like having interactive bits. But I also feel like that might be a little harder to get right. Really just want to see. Okay, so now I'm actually not getting anything in this file, and is that just because my ls isn't working, or is there something more nefarious going on? Let's just do this then. Who am I? Let's have it tell me who it is. That's a good thing to test. Zero kilobytes again. Oh, that's fair. That might be a better way to iterate. If it was like if it is working here, maybe the -u, and then so this is the part. This is actually one reason I was wondering if it was better to do it in the interactive thing. Now I have like double bashes to deal with, which maybe is fine, maybe it's not. So like, I don't think there's anything weird that happens if I type that in bash, but I need to escape the backslash, I think, so that it doesn't get written by my bash, because I don't want this to happen in my VM. I want this to happen on the remote machine. And that's the other thing. When I try to log in with a U this way, I don't know if it actually works. But maybe it just maybe it is working and still giving me that error message. But I still don't see it here. So let's move back to something that was working and like just go back to echoing. You've got a slash. You got the slash backwards. Of course I got the slash backwards. I always get the slash backwards. because I am so not used to Windowsy things. Which slash did I get backwards though is the group best question. Oh, was I doing wait. Oh, this was the one that was gonna maybe just do an echo. Sorry, I know you lost me just a tiny bit there, but I'm gonna go back to my log on because I just want to see if I can at least get back to a place where things are working. Because this, I'm pretty sure I know works. I know it's not the fastest like way to iterate, but I think, see, so I'm wrong. See, so that's why I wanted to go back. There is something I am missing in the process. Because at one point, I was getting this to work, and now it is not, which is fine, but is interesting. Oh, well, I can't delete that anymore. Okay, interesting. But what did I change? Because I had... Okay, so is that what you've been telling me? Is I've been doing the wrong slash inside my equals thing? That makes the most sense, actually, right? So I need to do this way, and then command... Oh, and I also wasn't even doing the backslashes a second ago, was I? Yeah, okay. So, like, we're having a time. I'm gonna try this way, though, for a second. I do think it would be easier to do this at with you. You're totally right. Okay, that has contents this time. Okay. Okay, Greg. We're doing this. We're doing this now. Okay. That's root. So we got root. Now we just have to get the flag from our root creds, or from somewhere. I don't actually know where they're gonna be. Okay. Let's see now, because I do like what you're thinking here. Okay, so we need, I just did it. It's this slash and then equals. That should be fine for my bash. Then I want to escape this. I'm gonna run who am I? Escape this again. Pipe that to t.txt. Let's make a new file because I don't want it to be the same file. That's my whole username. Don't care about the password. And then, okay. So I don't think it works to do the -u. It might just be because we are at multiple levels of bash. There's a lot of things that I feel like could be happening. So while this is a little more clunky, it works. Okay, so we already got who am I. Now I want to try what I was starting with, what I was trying to start with at one point, which was listing the whole directory. I just want to see if this is different than what I get. I think it should be, because I think this temp is just like a map thing. Like, this shouldn't be the whole world. And I think that's all I want to do, right? Yep, and then I give it a fake password because it's allowed to fail. This is still gonna fail, yeah. I bet there's a better way to do this, but it's totally fine. That still looks the same size as before. Wait. Okay. So I messed something up on that last run, which is fine. So who am I worked great. This one. You worked great. Yeah, I think I'm fine here. I can just paste it in. Okay, let's just ls whatever directory we're in. Doesn't matter. There we go. I think I'm getting my slashes and everything backwards. Okay, so the unfortunate thing is, though, that's the same directory. That's not overly helpful. You know what really would be, you know what might be better? What if we just had, like, multiple little terminals? What if, like, this one down here, one of these can, like, be the one I cycle, and the other one can be the one I download files from. Look at that. We can have multiple things doing all kinds of things. So this one, oh, haha. course, now nothing is set up, because of course not. We're so close, though. I feel like it. I feel like we're so close to getting past this one box. Okay. Okay, we got in. This one I'm just gonna get things out of. This is the box that I can quickly, like, hop in and click login again and break the world. Yeah, no, it was definitely a good call to open up multiple clients, right? It was getting too much to not. Okay, so now what I want to try is I can list the current directory. That worked great. What if I try to list a directory? Actually, no. Where are we? Let's ask it where we are. Did that actually work? No, it did not. Well, that's interesting. Because didn't it just work when I did an LS? Of like, well, now I'm not even gonna know. It's gonna be the same. It's the same size. It's the same everything. Okay, so, but why did this one not work this time? I got my multiple things set up just so that this would be easy, and now, of course, it's not. Wait. No, that's the right slash, because it's different than that slash, and I'm, like, specifically not typing it anymore. I'm copying and pasting it, because I'm bad at typing, and I don't trust myself. Is it Windows on the remote side? I think it's not Windows, but the SMB thing is Windows slashy, but I think the box under the hood is actually a Linux box or a Unix box of some kind. But I don't really know all the way through. But wait a sec, why is what if I pick a different file? We're just gonna make like so many different text files. Yeah, no, it's not here. But like I would something's fishy. Cause like this was definitely just working a second ago. Like we did the who am I and got root. It was awesome. And then I tried to change it to some LSing or some print working directories, and since then, and I think that was also when I decided to try to move things to multiple terminals, because it seemed like that was a great idea. Okay, well, let's kind of wonder if it still forks itself when it does things. Okay, so what's in the file right now? Oh, well, that's my local file. Get s.txt. Okay, so it's the directory listing. So who am I should at least change the thing if it's gonna work. It didn't change the thing. Oh, yeah, that's reasonable, right? Like maybe it's the fact that we have two open that's breaking things. Which, like, you know, we don't know what we're doing. That seems like a really reasonable answer. Nope. Still 59 kilobytes. So that's really weird. What did I, like, how did I break it? Like, we had a working exploit. And then I broke it. What if I don't, but, like, this wasn't it? Like, I've done it this way before, too. Yeah, still 59 kilobytes. And I don't have up anymore because it's not in there. And like I can like do different files, do a B file. Ah, okay. Do I need a new file each time? I could like kind of buy that. It would be silly, and I haven't always needed a new file each time, but that's fine. Where do we live? Where are we right now? Go to a C file. Ah. Didn't I? Maybe it's not this. Maybe this is what's breaking it. Okay. I feel like I'm going mildly insane right now. Well, first let's do this. Oops. Let's get what's in my B file. Yep. That's what I expected to be in the B file. Print working directory. Into the D file. Okay, that's in the D file. Okay. I have a theory that I have to run something before I do login. Like if I make login my first, it doesn't work. Maybe. But we're in a temp directory. So I want to get a one directory higher. Which is doable. We can get one directory higher. So let's always list first. We're always listing. Listing feels good. And then we're picking a new file. Now we're gonna go with Z because I forgot where we were. And let's try a directory back. Nope. Oh no, we do have a Z. It's just not alphabetical. That's fine. Okay. Previously things have been in the root home directory, like the root user's home directory. And I guess like I could have just tried that before everything else that I've tried, but you know. Okay, so let's ls the, I guess I probably could have, I can probably just do this, right? Home root. Oh, I don't even know if that was gonna work. I didn't ls first. I've decided that LSing first might be the trick. Yeah, I've decided that LSing first might be the trick, but now I have LS'd on this one. So is that good enough? Let's find out. Okay, it's supposed to do that. It's supposed to bork it. Sometimes I just want to check. Maybe it didn't bork it one time. Okay. Size of 0. Okay, so not home root, but like that's fine. It could be, let's just see what's in home then. Or maybe that it just didn't work to do a direct path. I could like do relative paths. I could do this. Cool. I'm gonna have to switch to a new letter soon. I'm gonna forget how many Z's I'm adding. Aha! Okay, so that was in // home. Oh, because that's just not how directory structures work. It's not always in home. That's not always where it is. I probably wanted like user root or something like, oh, so this one is home on my box. Okay, so it could have been in home, but in home all I got was FTP make a service and user, but like I can look in user, right? No reason not to. So let's just copy the last one now and I will work from that. And actually I'm getting a little more confident with the LSing fixes thing, so maybe let's not try a new ZZ. We'll stick with this ZZ. ZZ, whatever. 0. Okay, so there's nothing in user. Oh, but I don't think I needed to get off of it that time. Interesting that ABC and files are in the higher directory. Wait, they're in a different directory? No, I don't think they're in different directories. Wait, did you see A and C? Or no. Oh, they're not in there at all. Yeah, I don't think they're in higher directories. I think this just isn't sorted well, unless you saw something that I did not, which is definitely possible. Oh, something's not working again. Because I did one that I had already done, and it told me it was an empty file. Because I've gotten this to work before. Oh, because it was the first time I logged on. Of course it doesn't work. It never works if it's the first command I run. Paste. Exit. New one. Get ZZZ. Okay, yep, it has contents again. Okay. In the home directory was the files. So in the home directory, I see these subfolders. In the root though, I saw oh, that's what you were saying. Oh, because this is when I was just doing like slash completely. Oh, whoa, okay. What's in those files? Oh, wow. That's, oh, well, one, I want to know what's in these files, kind of, or how they got there. But two, I also just want to know what's in this root directory. So I think I'm actually more interested in what's in the root directory than I am in how those files got dropped in the root file system. So there's nothing in slash root. Okay. Interesting. Where are they hiding the flag? Oh, we're on Linux. I might have tree. You're right. I was thinking that we were in just Windows, and I didn't even think tree was even like had any chance of working. But it might. Still 0. Not sure if that's because it didn't work or because it errored. Perhaps that could have when you tried to inject from the first shell. Yeah. Not the one you end up in at login. Oh, Greg, you're right. Thank you for telling me about I didn't want home root. I wanted root. That seems right. And yeah, I'm not really sure how those other files got there, though it does seem likely that it could have been one of the other, I've been doing lots of things and I wasn't very good. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Not room. Let's try root. Oh, and I bet I can't do 2 in a row, so I bet that, like, just, that one's kind of busted, I feel like. Let's do a list. We'll paste. Change this to root. Exit out. Open a new one. ls. Get zzz. This could. Root.txt. They've been called flag something before, but like root.txt feels pretty reasonable. And now let's just cat the file. Oh. Okay. Haha! That looks like success, team. Let's see. Submit flag. Oh, I don't know how difficult this was. Like, I don't know. I'll give it a I think it was a 3. I think it was pretty easy. It took me a while to like figure out what I was doing, but I don't think it was super difficult. I think I just didn't know what I was doing. Haha! That was success. We did it. Thank you so much, Greg, and oof. Sacrosanct, ex-sacrosanct. Thank you guys. You were very, very helpful. And was an awesome amount of participation. So thank you guys. I think I might call it a day here though. Didn't want to do a super long stream today, and this feels about right. And we got through a good box, so feels like a good thing to end on. Not even joking. Don't you have to solve a challenge to register? Not anymore. It doesn't seem like it. I was able to sign up this weekend without solving anything. I had solved some of their starting point challenges this weekend. So I kind of knew what I was doing, but I was able to jump right in and get started. So that might have changed recently. I'm not sure. Thanks for the follows, Sacrosanct. Hope you come back. I think I might try to do these Hack the Box ones again, maybe on Tuesdays. But we will see. Follow me on Twitter, Coreyja_dev, if you want to follow along and know when I'm streaming. I'll try to add it to my Twitch schedule as well. But that's how to find me. Awesome. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap up. Sorry if you just joined, not even joking. You kind of caught the tail end. We had just got the flag for this box. And I think that will do it for this week. But I think I'll come back next week and do the same thing. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out, everyone, and I will see you next time. Bye.